I am in control. I am in control. I control the learning.
Grant Litchman shares with us in his What 60 Schools Can Tell Us About Teaching in 21st Century Schools in his TEDx Denver Teacher Talk that innovation is exploding in the classrooms where anchors, dams and silos are being taken down or away. I have to deal with my own personal anchors, dams and silos first though. It is my classroom, and these resources I've made with my money, my materials and in my time. The pressure that I feel to accelerate learning for children, especially my 5-year-olds, to achieve at national standard. Context is lost as the need for content takes over my thinking, especially with literacy. My self-constructed silo has kept me from communicating, collaborating, networking and being open to innovation and best practice over the years. That is all changing now as I critically reflect on what I've been doing and what I want to be doing, and what I want learning to look like for me and in my classroom. My area for improvement is the use of ICT for learning. Mainly because this is where my students are at. No. And I'm not that far ahead of them. And this is where I want to be along with my children. So why ICT for learning? Because as part of the Manaakilani Outreach Program, our school is part of the Kōtuitui Ki Papa Kura Trust, and we have 3 one-to-one digital device classrooms. My new entrant year ones have older siblings in those classes, and their exposure to ICT tools is starting right now. So I have to get with the program and upskill myself for the benefit of our children. So what have I done? As part of our Manaakilani Outreach Program, I have joined our class up to a Tuhi Mai Tuhi Atu blogging experience in Term 3. We will be blogging with classes right across New Zealand, and I can see the scope for innovation and collaboration, not just in my class, but between classes. And don't forget my learning journey too. And remember, what is most important in my class? I focus strongly on the acquisition of literacy right from the moment children enter our classroom. In 2002, Mark Warschauer wrote, "Both literacy and ICT access are closely connected to the advances in human communication and the means of knowledge production." He also writes that literacy and ICT acquisition requires a variety of resources. Paulo Freire in 1994 has shown that literacy instruction is most effective when it involves content that speaks to the needs and social conditions of the learners. And as with ICT-related materials, this content is often best developed by the learners themselves. Again, Warschauer wrote in 2002, literacy acquisition requires the development of a variety of skills, knowledge and attitude, including cognitive processing skills, background knowledge of the world, and the motivation, desire and confidence to read. The same skills are necessary to make meaningful use of ICT. People learn to read when they are surrounded by people who support them in the process. This is a vital component in my classroom with my children with all their learning. In the ITL 21st Century Student Work Rubric, how the students use ICT is examined, how it is used in more powerful ways to construct knowledge. What a learning journey for my children and I. When I looked more closely at the big ideas in the student work rubric, I read that student use of ICT happens when students use ICT directly to complete all or part of the learning activity. They need to have control over the use of ICT themselves. It is not about learning how to use the ICT, it's about using the ICT to learn. Knowledge construction occurs when students generate ideas and understandings that are new to them through interpretation, analysis, synthesis, or evaluation. Students are designers of ICT products when their work is an ICT product that others can use. I need to be thinking about the authenticity of learning contexts for myself and my children. Hornby, Duffy and Fishman wrote in 1993 that skill and knowledge development can cross several disciplines, but is always set in the larger context of an authentic activity of solving a larger task at hand, which provides an organising and unifying role and a purpose for learning. Research shows that students are motivated by solving real-world problems. Marilyn Lombardi in 2007 outlined 10 design elements that can be adapted to any subject matter domain. And here are 4 that I can use in my plan. Remember to make the learning authentic with the children driving the learning. My challenge is to accelerate the learning for our new entrant to Year 1 children. In my work, I need to build a strong and solid foundation for future learners. School data shows us that after 2 or 3 years at school, that most of our children are achieving at or above national standard. So where to from here? Here's my plan. Think about the tools I have access to for our class. Get the iPads and flip video recorders into the classroom. Let the children play, discover, investigate with the tools. Let them learn by doing. Let them be innovative. John Dewey said in 1928, "Give the pupils something to do, not something to learn, and the doing is of such a nature as to demand thinking. Learning naturally results." Plan using the TPACK model. Think about Vygotsky's constructivism theory and the zone of proximal development. Think about the area between what the learner can do independently and what they can do with help from others. And lots of this too. I can see a group of 5 and 6-year-olds constructing knowledge about our non-fiction Quick 60 text. We can share our resources that we create with our blogging buddies, with Dr. Sandra Iverson, the creator of the Quick 60 program, and right around the world on our blog. I believe that by targeting ICT for learning, then I am giving myself and my children the opportunity to collaborate in ways that have not been possible before and to communicate through new mediums of expression. I'm not sure what this will all look like. I'm prepared to open up my mind for learning. I'm looking forwards and not backwards to enable my learning. I can't keep going, doing what I'm doing, and not making a difference for my children. It will happen.